What's good, y'all? Today I'm in the office. I'm sure you can tell by all the books back there. But today is day 11, and day 11 it's been a beautiful day. I don't have a whole lot to say except there is beauty in being able to look at yourself in the mirror completely naked and unashamed. And when I say yourself naked, I ain't necessarily just talking about your physical body. It's a representation. But to be able to look in the mirror and see yourself fully as you are in all of your beauty and your flaws, all your dents, dimples, shortcomings, the different things that you wish you could change, but you was just born with that shit like that. The different things that you can work on, that you are daydreaming about what they will look like when they different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the image of yourself in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your goal body, dream body, body goals, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you can look in the mirror and recognize, hey, I'm not there yet, but I am still finding a motherfucker. Okay? The ability to be able to look in the mirror naked and unashamed in all of your beauty and your flaws. That has been so clear to me today on day 11, because what I realize about other people is that when we have experiences, we are running into mirrors of ourselves. Okay, the more that we done looked in the mirror and we know ourselves and all our beauty and all our flaws, the easier it is for us to recognize when we have happened ourselves upon a mirror of us. Because all mirrors are not the same, and all people and experiences are not going to mirror the same parts of us when we have them. Different people are going to mirror different parts. Different experiences are going to also illuminate different beliefs and things that exist within us that have allowed us to attract those things into our experience. And so, man, I've been looking in the mirror today, y'all. And one of the things that I've had to wrestle with, right? Because we all have these traits about us that we like, and then we also have traits that we feel like we're working on. And I know myself well enough to know that I like some things that are just not good for me. I do. I really like some things that are just not good for me. And one of the things that I've recognized is in my most recent experiences, some of the things that I have allowed to exist or to permeate are because my shadow likes to play there. Not that they have a place in where I'm going or what I should be doing or in my future or the things that I'm creating. And maybe they do, and I got to figure out what that place is. But I also got to be mindful of what part of me exists there. And when they come into my experience, what exactly is being mirrored. You know, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, we are the common denominator in everything we encounter in our lives. All the people that we meet, all the experiences that we have or adventures or any of that. We are the common denominator. And how do we get to those places? Because of ourselves. We're magnets. And whatever the fuck is there, we attract. We attract what's there. And so when we want something different, we are required to change what we are. And then we can attract something different. We don't just start doing that shit automatically. And so what this journey has provided me is the space to be still enough to look at myself in the mirror and to say, how do you feel about that? Do you like that? Do you want to keep that the way it is? Do you want to transform that a little bit? You want to trim that down? You want to add something to that? How you want to do that? How do you feel about that? What do you want to do? Do you like what you see? And I love asking myself, do you like what you see? Because it allows us the space to be honest. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we change in ways that we didn't want to change. We become things sometimes that are just a product of our experience. We had no desire to actually be that or to engage in that. And when we had a recognition that that's where we at now, I can't tell you, every time I done gained weight, it wasn't because I was trying to. Shit, it was shit that was happening out here. And then by the time I looked at it, shit, the motherfucker gained another 20 pounds, another 15 pounds. Shit, it's been like that since I done moved. I done came back home, man, I had gained 18 pounds. 18 pounds. Hadn't even stepped on the scale to know how much. Just knew my clothes was fitting a little bit tighter and I wanted them to fit a little bit lighter. I wanted them to fit like they was when I first put them on, when I first bought them, when I first got them. They fit a little tight. Now I feel like I need to go up a size. No, we're not going up a size. We got to figure out where we at. We got to figure out where we at because we can feel the difference, but we don't really know the difference. We feel it, but we don't know it. And that's when we got to go make confirmations. Come on, somebody. You know what I'm saying? We have feelings all the time. We're like, man, I know this shit ain't right. I know I don't know about this shit. You got to go figure it out. What is the truth? What is the real truth? Find that shit out. Because then you know from where you got to go to get to where you want to go. From where to where. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a beautiful place to be in. We shouldn't be doing guesstimate work about our creation in our lives. That ain't intentionally creating. We should be knowing what we want to do, knowing what we want to be like, what our goal is, and being able to attune ourselves to the consistency and the discipline and the behavior that's necessary in order to get it done. We have no reason to not. We just don't. And maybe that's me talking to me. I don't have no reason not to. I have no reason to make excuses about intentionality. No, I want to go get naked in the mirror. I want to see me as my full self, as myself, everything. Let it all hang out. Fuck it. Give me a mirror. Let me look at me from the back. All that shit. I want to know myself so intimately. Again, that whenever I have an encounter or an experience, I know exactly what's being mirrored at that time. What have I called to be? What am I seeing? Because I don't want to misinterpret the time or the day and misuse or misrespond or misbehave. My own awareness of myself helps me mitigate that. And man, that's the thing. Yourself is so powerful. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. We got to stop running from that shit. And I'm at a place where I ain't running from nothing. I want to develop and chisel and craft and create in ways that I never have before. And I'm so sincere about the intention of that. Nothing is going to get in the way. Even when I look in the mirror and I see things like, damn, you do want that to be a little bit different. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out though. That's always the attitude, is we're going to figure it out. We're not leaving our goals on the tables untouched. We're not having questions that we're not seeking answers to. We're not continuing on acting like we need to outsource those things that are for us. Even if we don't like the way they look at the moment, that don't mean it ain't for us. It might be for us to be able to look at it and get it together and make something new out of it. Do something better with it, improve it. You know, that's up to us to get to a place where we acknowledge and we honor that. But can't nobody else do that shit for us. And if we go in the mirror and we look in that motherfucker, we lying about what the fuck is there. Oh, that ain't no dimple. That's the mirror. That's something on the mirror. No, motherfucker, that's not something on the mirror. Go look in another one. See, do some comparisons. Do some analytical work. This go back to the intentionality. How well do you want to know yourself? And if you want to know yourself, how well do you want yourself to be well? Or yeah, how bad do you want yourself to be well? How real, how genuine, how whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because what the thing about wellness and health and healing is that in order to actually get there, you got to be honest about the ailment. You got to be honest about the shit that need to be healed or transformed or worked on. Otherwise, you can't do the work. You know? And I say all the time, you cannot be honest with other people about that work either when you're not honest with yourselves. Part of that is being able to delineate and to figure out, do I need to be by myself right now? Do I need to be fucking with other people? Maybe I need to work on myself so that when I do deal with other people again, I can attract something different. Maybe I need to run an experiment to see if I work on myself, will I attract something different? I might not even believe what the fuck is being said right now. You ain't got to believe me. All I'm telling you is run a test and see if I'm lying. Run the test, see if I'm lying. But we are creators and we are always creating. And it is my hope that we do that intentionally because we're doing it whether we think we are or not. And our ability to be able to see in the spirit is so important. Because if you can't look at your physical body naked and unashamed, you damn sure not looking at your emotional body naked and unashamed or your spiritual body naked and unashamed, which means you're not doing the appropriate development. And we ain't at a time where we can afford that shit. We all got to do it. We all got to get in the mirror. We all got to affirm ourselves and say, baby, you beautiful. Baby, you got it. Baby, you on your way. Even if you still figuring it out, speak those things as though they were. Speak those things as though they were. Whatever the goal is, the goal is. Meaning not in future tense, but in right now. Meaning if the goal in the future is to be well, shit, the goal is right now to be well. And that is the affirmation. I'm not finna be well. Shit, I am well. I am well until I see myself that way. And because I see myself that way in my mind, my body ain't got no choice but to fucking get in line. That's real life. I'm in the process of healing myself from a lot of shit. And I ain't just talking about emotional shit and spiritual shit. I'm talking about physically too. You know, I'm going to talk about it in detail one day. I ain't ready yet. But I am clear that I'm doing this work. And part of my challenge in this time away is to center myself for the journey of this work, right? Because as I learn how to heal myself, I also learn how to be able to tell other people how they can do it for themselves too, right? The process is the process. The body is the body. Once we learn that motherfucker, and we can engage, and we can govern and behave in ways that promote the end that we seek. And it's my will to see a long life. It's my will. I don't know what the Creator got for me, but I'm going to do everything that I can to take care of this temple because it's precious. It's precious. And so I give thanks for the spirit that exists in this body, and I give thanks for this body that it gets to be housed in. Yes, I talk about myself this way because I know that I am spirit first before I'm anything else. We talk about humanity and all of that, but before I am a human, I am a spirit. I came here to have a human experience. Okay? And I submit to that humbly. All the parts that have been given to me, regardless of what my spirit knows about itself and the other parts of it that exist. But this is not a video about metaphysics or any of that. So I'm going to just say, y'all, naked and unashamed. Naked. All the nakeds. Physical, emotional, spiritually. Your mental will inform how you move around those once you get there. But always know that we're going to figure it out. And know that we always got it. We always got it. And what it is anything that we need. Everything that we need is within us. And as long as we remember that, we ain't never going to be without. As long as we love ourselves, we won't never be without. And as long as we affirm ourselves, we ain't going to never be without. And that's so important to keeping ourselves centered and well. And so I just wanted to drop this off for day 11, y'all, because it's been real and trill. So I love y'all. And I'm going to see y'all again on tomorrow for day 12.